Well, we finally have a real nice day. I got over a sickness. We had Christmas, New Year's, so we were out of town traveling, letting the kids see all the family and everything like that, and I got some new parts in for this. The 1984 Cadillac Limo. Funeral car, whatever you want to call it. I'm calling it a limo. If you haven't followed the channel, you don't know about this car. It's got a Cadillac 500 in it, I believe turbo 400 transmission's what I put in it, and a 205 divorce transfer case, 46-inch tires, 1-ton axles, lockers, 513 gears in it. Super fun. I've had issue after issue after I've tried taking it to events. And it's ran perfect up until I get to the event and then something happens. So we're going to try and be prepared this year. I know one issue we had was fuel pump. We got that replaced. We had a power steering pump leak. I have a new pump that I need to throw on. And one of the biggest issues was ignition problems. So that's what today brings us. We got a new distributor. I believe the original was a point system. We're going to HEI now. So should be a little bit better. Been looking at cams and intakes for this car, but man, it's like $500 for an intake, $500 for a cam, depending on how big you go. You might need new lifters, springs, and stuff like that. So you're looking at, $700, $800, $900 there. So for now, we're gonna throw the ignition in and see what it does. With those gears and how this is set up, it spins the tires like nothing. But time will only tell if we need more power. So with that being said, let's get this old distributor out and drop in the new one. Alright, so the correct way to do this is obviously set the motor at top dead center, so that way you know which way your rotor is pointing to when you pull the distributor out. If you don't do it that way, you make sure that you put the new distributor in the same way as you pull the old one out. So that way you don't skip a tooth or anything like that. Never want to turn the motor over if the distributor's not in. If you're trying to just do a quick little dirty way like this, obviously if you're disassembling the motor, don't really matter as long as it's at top dead center. So I got it all loose. I got the cap off. Super dirty in here. It's not points in here, which is weird because when I went to buy one, that was an option. This is HEI type ignition, so I don't know what the hell was going on with it. I could never get it to run right afterwards. It was acting like it was missing a bunch. And everything else is new. Plug wires are new, spark plugs are new. The distributor is the only thing we've been fighting. All of the contacts on the inside of the cap are all just completely gummed up with like grease, white looking lithium grease or something. Just super dirty and brown and everything else going on. So hopefully the new one works for us. Well, they look the same. I have no idea if the timing's right. I'm going to assume it might not start. Also, I got a different carburetor on here, so we got to get some fuel pumped into it, so it's going to take a minute. I got a good charged battery. Let's see what happens. We might need to sprinkle a little good juice. Let's go grab some gas quick. I don't have a fire extinguisher, so no catching on fire. Huh. Alright, now we got a fresh battery, jumper pack on there. Hopefully she starts. Holy crap, it's running again! Yes! It fired right up! Alright, let's I'm so excited I can't even talk. Let's go ahead and let this thing run for a second. I was worried because I don't know where the timing's at. I've yet to throw a light on it. Alright, that's running with the new carb. Well, newish carb. It's the carb off the Blazer sitting here, actually. That Holly was just flooding it out so much, and I didn't want to mess with it because that was off the race car. But seems to be running all right. I need to get some coolant in this system. I need to air up the tires over there. I'm pretty sure the last issue I was facing was the power steering. The back of the housing was cracked on the pump. So I have a new pump for it. We're going to go ahead and throw that on. But, you know, it's been a while since I drove it, so maybe we should do a donut or two. Yeah, that sounds like a better plan. I'm pretty excited to see that thing move under its own power in a while. I definitely still need to get a timing light on this thing. The throttle response seems way better than it ever was before. But it's definitely got some misfire there, so that timing's definitely off. I'm turned all the way and I'm sitting on the manifold, so I believe I'm off a tooth. Once I turn that tooth back, and then I can get that distributor and start rotating it. Then we'll get the timing light on it, but she finally moved. What a beautiful Iowa sunset. And an even more beautiful car. Well, she made it over here barely. The choke is sticking closed, so we gotta make sure we got a good solid 12 volts going to that. For now, I got a screwdriver in it. It's running okay. I had to move the distributor back one tooth. We got that all golden. It seems to be running all right. Oh no, I'm sitting here enjoying the sunset, and I don't know if you can see it. Oh no, the head gasket. I hope she's leaking right in the port between the intake manifold and the head. So that could mean a couple things. Either that last time we got it hot, she blew the head gasket, which I hope's the issue. The only shitty part about that is you can't replace it in here. It's way too tight to the firewall on everything. Sorry about the sun. It is just wild tonight. Super weird, so it's throwing my lighting off. But anyways, we have to pull this motor to get those head gaskets. And I told myself if I'm pulling this motor next time, I'm doing intake and cam, lifters and springs and what have you, to, you know, kind of just pep up this motor a little bit. We definitely got to blow the cobwebs out of it because it's been a bit. So I'm thinking some Limo donuts. So it's the next day out here with the Limo. Yeah, I hate to say it, but it almost looks like a case of a cracked head. I had antifreeze in it. I have the cap off because I was checking it. Maybe the content wasn't right when it got to that 20 below here. It could have possibly froze enough, but I don't know. All I know is as soon as she starts getting hot, it starts boiling fluid out right there. It's not smoking white out of the exhaust, so I'm kind of thinking that, you know, I'm kind of leaning towards a cracked head. So that's some really, really terrible news. So that means we got to pull this motor and source some new cylinder heads, if that's the case. Because I can't get the cylinder heads off the motor while it's in the car. It hits everything over there. And that's the one, obviously, that's concerning. And wow, is it cold out here. It's supposed to be 40 today, and I am just freezing with this wind. It feels like 0. So I was gonna replace the power steering pump, but no sense really doing that now since we gotta pull the motor again. Dang it. Let's see if it starts. So it fired up. Totally forgot choke is not working on this thing, so it's stuck on wide open choke. Let's grab some wire, tie that sucker wide open, and let it rip. Absolutely cannot believe I just did donuts in that lifted Caddy. Oh man, I hope you guys enjoyed that little bit. I don't know what the hell happened. It blew oil all over the motor. Man, it is just one thing after another. That's some unfortunate news about the motor in the Cadillac. I'm pretty positive that the heads are actually cracked, so if anybody's got a used passenger Cadillac 500 head, hit me up on Instagram or something to let me know. I might have a lead on a full motor that I'm working on. It's kind of my only option right now. Unfortunately, it's just not easy to get parts for a Cadillac 500, and I'm not about to drop a couple grand on a motor that sees 5 miles of use a year. Just not practical for me and whatnot. But anyways, we've been super busy, and I just haven't had a full good video to provide you guys with to give some good content. But we have the entire garage finally drywalled. We're almost done with mudding everything, and then we got to texture and do paint. So I've really been trying to put some of my time in the garage and get this finally finished up. I've been working on the Odyssey. We blew the head gasket on that thing for the 4th time, so I got the new head gasket in. I haven't tried to start it yet. I got a new front sprocket for the golf cart. I went to go throw that on to do a video for you guys with that, and turns out the sprocket's not the right one, so that video came to an end. It's just been one after another of stopping me from doing what I'm doing. So that's kind of where I'm at. I've been doing a lot of garage work, tinkering with different vehicles. Like, I have an F5 snowmobile that's been motor swapped. I've been working on that kind of in my past time a little bit, just in case we do happen to get any snow here in Iowa. I'll have something to enjoy a little bit, but so yeah, that's pretty much it. Put a new door in the garage. The other one, you couldn't hardly open the damn thing, and it was kind of, I had to do it before I did the drywall around it. So other than that, we picked up some seats for the Torino. I'm pretty excited about those. Got those from a local guy. That being said, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the limo and the little bit of shenanigans with that. We'll see you guys when I see you next time. Peace.